now. There we go. Okay, hello again. Welcome back to Clash of the Titans, the final round robin stage between TheViper and VNS Yellow. The map is Team Islands, and once again, this is a restarted game. TheViper chose to restart the last game, so we are back again, having a bit of deja vu. But either way, we do have in red over to the right-hand side of the map, playing as the Vikings, Mr. TheViper himself. And over to the left in blue, playing as the Vikings as well, we do have VNS Yellow. So as I was saying previously, I do think that this game should be a little bit more interesting, because we could probably expect that Yellow isn't going to be trushing. I think that's pretty impossible, considering there's a massive load of water. But you never know, he might build a transport ship in the feudal age and start towering the Viper anyway, who knows. I'm just kind of hoping that he plays a little bit more of a standard game here, and that he actually plays normal. I don't know. I suppose it's nice to see players doing different things. It's nice to see players trying out different stuff and doing aggressive tower pushes like Yellow does. But at the same time, so far against the Viper, Riot, and Doubt, it hasn't always paid off. And for that reason, I feel like if he tries and just plays a normal game, he might actually be able to surprise us and do something great. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see, of course. So yeah, Team Islands. It's certainly a map that has a lot of possibilities. Grushing is always going to be on the cards, but making a fast landing is also a possibility, and it's something that I've seen the Viper do, and something that maybe we'll see again today. Just going to have to wait until we get to that stage and watch these guys go through their feudal age, or their dark age for now. Viper's boar at the back right here, so he's not going to have any problems at all taking those, unlike last time when it was behind a massive forest. Yellow has got 2 boar as well, very easy to take there, but he has got a couple more up here. I think that's going to be a little bit far for him to lure them though. I don't know, if he had Loom, if he used his scout, perhaps he could get that boar back. I mean, if he wanted to, he could even lure that boar in with his scout alone. And that would be pretty good. I mean, obviously you'd be able to take a little bit of extra food from that and allow you to potentially do a faster feudal time. Yellow's got to get inside the TC there, nearly losing that villager. We're going to secure his first boar in right now. Viper a little bit more delayed, but he's using his scout to lure the boar in. And that is part of being as efficient as possible. Although saying that, losing a little bit of villager time there. Looks like the boar going to go down just under the TC. Not bad at all. Able to get that in there, and yeah, this is what I'm talking about, efficiency, making the most of your scout time, making the most of your villager time. We'll see the Viper here taking in that second boar as well with his scout cavalry, so not going to waste any villager time at all here on luring those in with his peasant villagers. Going to get his majestic scout to do it instead. Docks on the front for both of them, and Yellow now going to lure his second boar in with the scout cavalry, making full use of that, of course, and showing off. That's exactly what they're doing. Viper doing exactly the same thing for his second boar as well. Got to be careful though, nearly losing his scout right now, and that would be pretty bad for him. 3 HP, so one more hit would take it down. Is he going to lose it? No, he's not. He's going to be absolutely fine, getting behind the TC right there, taking that boar out in pretty good fashion indeed. So fishing ships out for both of them at this stage. Going to be starting to fish the center, and of course they are playing as the Vikings, so cheaper docks, etc, etc, making galley rushing all that more viable for both of them. So Yellow has got the opportunity here to utilize his scout a little more. He could try and lure in one of these boar from over here. You know, he might go and do that, and that would be great for him. Deer patch at the back of his TC could also be a great source of food for him if he lures those towards the TC as well. And, you know, it really is all about having the most efficient Dark Age possible in order to get up to the Feudal Age as fast as possible in this kind of matchup. The Viper right now trying to get up to the Feudal Age right here, taking that boar very quickly, getting the food in that he needs, and he is 2 food away, 500 food he's clicked up. And the same for yellow in pretty much split-second timing right there. We have a look at 8%, 9%, 8%, 9%. They are a fraction of a second apart. And that is going to make the grushing even more interesting. Yellow, though, only just adding his third fishing ship. The Viper, on the other hand, has got 3 out already. Not going for a 4th just yet. He hasn't got the wood. But we'll see if he does go for a 4th fishing ship here or not. Got his 2 lumber camps up, switched all of his villagers over to wood, and going to go for the gold right here as well. So, seems to me like, yeah, he's going to stick on the 3 fishing ships for now. Yellow actually going up to the 4th. And it is interesting that he's choosing to do that, because of course that extra 90 wood that he's spending there could be spent on a galley instead. So, it's all about those little differences that can make the difference. So we'll see if that pays off for him or not. They're getting that extra fishing ship out. Going to, of course, give him a little bit of extra food going up to the feudal age. As yellow is on 25 population, Viper on 23. 3 docks going up for the Viper right now, though. And that is going to be great for him, as he's going to be able to get up to 3 galleys at a time. Got a little pause here by the looks of things. Kind of awkward timing for yellow. I don't know who actually instigated the pause, but we will have to wait and see. There we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. So 3 docks up for the Viper. Not enough to keep that galley production up just yet. There we go. Of course, I should mention ships slightly cheaper for the Vikings as well, of course. So not 90 wood for the galley, but you get what I'm saying. Either way, about the extra fishing ship that yellow has, and yellow got to be careful now, because if Viper does get a lead on the water, he will lose his fishing ships extremely quickly, and that is going to be bad news for him. Slightly population blocked as well. Going to slow things down even further. Just getting up a house quickly. And that's a huge deal. Getting population blocked is a huge deal, especially in the early feudal age, where getting all of those galleys out as fast and efficiently as possible is so important. Viper with 5 villagers on the gold right there pretty quickly, pretty early on. And interestingly enough, yellow going for 6. So it looks like we're going to see a 4th dock out of both of them fairly soon. And fletching going to be coming in fairly soon as well. Micro here could be slightly more difficult, as there is a little bit of latency between the 2 players. We've seen that already. But oh man, Viper already starting to get a lead on the water here, as yellow is going to lose that fishing ship, or at least put it out of service for the time being. Viper, though, going to be chased down pretty quickly by these galleys, and yellow for now keeping those fishing ships alive. Viper going to get cornered right there. Maybe he'll make a quick escape, and that's what happens when you don't have ballistics. It makes it so much more difficult. The Viper going to come in right here with the rest of these ships. 1 galley down for the Viper, 1 fishing ship down for yellow. It is still fairly close though, numbers wise. They are fairly neck and neck, and the 4th dock now up for the Viper as well. Going to start to accelerate his galley production. I'm expecting the 4th dock from yellow anytime soon, but he's actually making a transport ship right here from that dock, and that is going to mean trushing. No. I'm only kidding, but it does mean that he is going to make some kind of landing. We see him already adding a lot of villagers to gold. That does not indicate the 4th dock. It indicates that he's going to go for archers on a landing. The question is he going to be able to pull it off? The transport ship comes out. Viper's going to see that, and that is a huge mistake. Yellow is not going to pull it off, and that is a waste of wood for him. And he also knows, Viper also knows that yellow here is going straight for his fishing ships to take them out. Quick response from the Viper, though. Gonna keep them alive for now, it seems. Maybe gonna lose a couple of fishing ships right here. Depends on how he manages to deal with this. Yeah, fishing ship's gonna go down. 2 sunk as Viper gives chase. And I think right now, yellow gonna have to have a little bit of change of plan. He's being chased down by the Viper with this galley. Transport ship not going to work out. And now, yellow has too many villagers gathering gold for this to work out. He doesn't have the 4th dock. And Viper will win the water. That is pretty much inevitable. What can Yellow do in this position? Well, he could decide to go up to the castle edge a little bit faster, start building docks at the back, and regain water control. But it's going to be tough from this position. The Viper has got a pretty clear advantage at this stage, I'd say, with water right now. And with the extra dock as well, should be able to retain that advantage. But hey, he's actually building an archery range back at home. A barracks and an archery range. Perhaps anticipating this landing, or some landing from Yellow still. Of course, the transport ship here getting away on the left side doesn't mean that Yellow's made a landing, though. Does it mean that the Viper's going to make one? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Viper here, then, going to have a scuffle with Yellow on the water. He's got no fletching, but then saying that, neither has Yellow here. But micro-wise, is looking... I don't know, like Viper's managing to out-micro this slightly. Gotta be careful though, gonna lose a galley here on the left-hand side, a couple going down there. I think Viper has the numbers still. A couple of galleys at the back, keeping an eye out to make sure that no landing is incoming. And, you know, perhaps the Viper anticipates the landing, and that's why he's built the barracks and the archery range, slowing down his galley production. But then realizes that, hey, maybe the landing actually isn't actually going to come. And refocusing his attention on the galley production. That could have bought enough time for Yellow. It could have bought the time he needed. Is Yellow going to make the landing though? His transport ship is here. It's ready. It's waiting. A villager right there waiting to go across. And the Viper closing the gap with this galley right now. Is he going to get across though? That's the question. Viper does have his scout patrolling. He has started to build houses around the shore of this map. So... Yellow is in a risky position here. If he doesn't react quickly enough, he's going to run straight into this galley. And I think Viper's going to see it. He should see that right now. Is he? Nope. He's going to get by. And I don't think Viper saw that. Nope, he did. He turned back. So there we go. Viper's going to see the transport ship. He's going to put his scout there for confirmation. And he will see it coming in by the looks of things. Perhaps, perhaps. No, he won't. Wow. Yellow going right around the edge there, but I think Viper did see that. And that does mean that he is starting to rekindle that archer production. And he's going to try and shut this landing down as fast as he possibly can. Numbers-wise on the water, though, it is actually fairly close. So we're looking at 17 for the Viper and 17 for Yellow. They are completely neck and neck. But Viper now making a landing of his own with these archers, going across 4 archers. And, yeah, Viper's seeing the landing once again. Not going to pay off for him at all. Yellow knows it's not happening. But Viper's landing will work. Archer's going over right now. And they are going to head straight over into this wood and gold. Probably doing quite a bit of damage. Might even force Yellow to put up a tower. But that is nasty. Yellow is going to be in a bad position because of this. They are still equal on the water, but Viper is hitting Yellow's economy, and that is going to make a bit of a difference. Coming in with villagers to attack this, barracks going down at home. No archery range can go up yet. And the Viper going to micro his way out of this situation. Should focus on this villager. Focus on that villager there. And yeah, that's a lot of damage done by those archers there. Viper doing so much damage to Yellow. And that is nasty. Yellow is on the 4 dock, worth noting that, just building that one right there. Trying to perhaps get a real hold on the water once again, but his landing totally unsuccessful, didn't even land the villager over there. And the Viper could continue that archer production, or he could go to the castle age. I know I'd rather go to the castle age, and that's exactly what he's going to do right now, clicking up. But Yellow, much sooner going up to castle here. He might actually regain water. He's going to hit castle. Galleys coming out, but war galley being researched straight away. And Viper could lose a lot of galleys here if he engages. Yellow has got a lot of galleys on the water, and he might actually bring this right back with the castle age upgrade. War galleys going to be creating a little bit faster. Bodkin arrow going to be researched in just a moment's time, and that could turn things around for Yellow here. The Viper, of course, building barracks 2 archery ranges back at home. That's quite a lot of wood spent on that. And not necessarily feeling the benefits of it. Coming in right now then, Yellow's going to bring those war galleys in. Take out those fishing ships and probably go for the docks. Why wouldn't he? Taking out the docks then. And Viper right now is going to be in a bit of a tough spot. Yellow's going to spot this landing as well. Is he going to get over there? He probably will, actually. Viper's landing is going to probably work out again for him. And Yellow forced to put up an archery range once again back at home. Well, put up an archery range back at home. Landing going to go over. 4 archers. See what you can do with that, actually. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that much. Yellow's prepared. Or is he prepared, though? Well, not got that archery range up yet. Needs a couple of skirms. But Viper losing these docks on the front. That is a big deal. He's not up to the castle age just yet. And he's going to have lost 2 docks by the time he actually manages to get any upgrades up, get any more units out. Yellow going to be in a great position to take back the water here. And hold the water. Which is so crucial. A couple of these archers coming in though. Yellow going to try and get up a TC as quickly as he can. Going to take a few casualties in the process. Archery range, a couple of skirmishes coming out. And Yellow should get this TC up. Viper's crossbow upgrade done. Bodkin arrow done. No messing around right there. Yellow has got the Bodkin arrow upgrade as well. And the landing coming in also. The villager is getting landed across. And Yellow might decide to put up a little bit of siege. A little bit of archery range on the front here. Could be pretty devastating for the Viper. Viper, remember now, not going to be able to actually get a landing across here. And also, oh man, going to lose this gold on the front. As these ships are well in range of this. Yellow in a great position right now. And an absolutely great position. Viper, if he wants to take more gold, is going to have to come over here. Bad position on that. Other gold, very easily hittable from the water. Again, this one, going to be hittable from the water. And this TC probably hittable from the water as well. So, wow. All docks on the front going down. Yellow taking a lead right here. More scams coming out for Yellow as well. Needs to deal with those crossbows. And Viper's navy right now lacking a lot. We're looking at 21 ships for him, 34 for Yellow. And Yellow just needs to get coverage. And he should be absolutely fine. Yellow's going to lose a few villages here though, man. That is messy. Coming in with those crossbows, taking out a lot of villages for absolutely nothing. Viper going to be able to pull away, kill off villagers very easily. Don't chase him. Don't chase him. Oh man, why chase? You're going to lose so much there. So many villagers just going to go down for absolutely no reason at all. He should have just took his villagers back and chased with the skirms. Either way though, Viper now with more docks up on this little peninsula here. But Yellow's going to scout it. He's going to lose these ships for sure. But that's not too bad. He's going to be able to go back. He's going to be able to regroup his navy. He's already done a lot of damage on the front here. And interestingly enough, getting a little bit complacent. Adding in some fishing ships to take advantage of the water. Maybe Yellow needs to consider adding in another dock though. Because Viper has got a pretty big navy still. He's up to 26 warships. And Yellow is on 28, so Viper is actually not that far behind, and probably not as far as Yellow probably assumes here. Gonna have to rebuild those war galleys as quickly as he can. Viper though, 3 TCs up, University going up for ballistics, Yellow just the 1. And he is seemingly then gonna be focusing much more heavily on water at this stage. He's actually lacking stone at the moment. And I think maybe he sold that stone so that he can get up to the castle age a little bit faster. Oh no, he has got 1 TC up right there. On the front. No, it's a university. Okay. So he has got 1 TC, but where's his other? He clearly does not have one. So perhaps he did sell some stone earlier on, enable him to get up to the castle age a little bit sooner. Who knows? He has got a market, so that is perfectly possible. Maybe, though, it would be a good idea for him to add in an extra dock right now. Viper is back up to 4 docks. In fact, make that 5. And he is looking to take the water back in a big way. Both of them with universities up now. Ballistics 60% for the Viper. Just being started for Yellow. And it looks like Viper has a numbers advantage here. Which is going to put Yellow right back. to where he was before. Ballistic's just finishing for the Viper as well. Does mean that this retreat from Yellow is going to be costly regardless. Going to be taking extra damage from those extra, well, from the ballistics that the Viper's war galleys have. And Yellow here may end up actually losing more than he bargained for. He should really bring these into his army, get all of his galleys together, and refocus on that galley production. I mean, he could add quite comfortably a couple more docks right now, if you so desired. But no, he's going to make a transport over. And let's see if the Viper sees it coming. I don't think he's going to see this one coming at all right here, unless the houses scout it. I really don't see that happening. But one dock down for Yellow. He's down to 3 docks here. And Viper might just be able to regain water control. It's going to be close. It looks like he still has an advantage though. 38 to 41 for the Viper. Very, very close indeed in terms of numbers. Viper going to go back. But he has got extra docks. He's got 3, 4, 5, 6 docks. 7th going up. And he really wants that water control. However, landing right here from Yellow, that is going to be a little bit of a nuisance if a lot of crossbows start getting pumped out. You know, it's going to be pretty difficult for the Viper to defend against that quickly. We'll see what Yellow can do. Big fight here on the water at the top of the map. I think Viper should come out on top. He does have the numbers, but Yellow is reinforcing pretty quickly as well. It's so hard to see, actually. I'm going to have a quick check. 28 warships for the Viper, 24 for Yellow. He is starting to fall behind here. And it looks like Viper's going to come out on top, but he's going to go back. Not confident. He should be confident. Losing a lot more in this retreat than he really should have done. Yellow going to push him right back once again. 4 docks still for Yellow, not adding any more at all, but he has got these fishing ships added in as well, which is going to add a little bit of extra food for him. 2 archery ranges at the bottom also. And the population, 102 for Yellow, 115 for the Viper. It is extremely close. And Yellow now throwing down a couple more docks on the front also. So this is actually a pretty close game, and you know, Yellow is not just playing all-out Trush War, and it's kind of working out for him. He's doing a pretty good job. Be taking some extra gold. One thing to note, he is only on 2 TCs still though, and that's interesting because the Vikings do have a really great economy. Getting that wheelbarrow and handcart upgrade for free, it does mean that their economy is going to be in great shape. So adding in that extra 3rd TC is always a good idea to help with your eco. As a result, Yellow has got quite high food here, compared to the Viper anyway. But I still feel that the Viper going to be able to hit Imperial a little bit sooner. He's almost got the gold he needs. And Yellow now going to have to fall right back as Viper's rekindled the amount of galleys he has on the water. No ship armor for either of them, which is something that I think at this stage of the game would make quite a bit of a difference when you have so many ships fighting it out. But right now, for Yellow, coming in with the crossbows, +2 attack, +1 defense. Nothing for Viper to defend with aside from these TCs. We could see some big losses for him here. But you've got to remember that the Viper has just taken the water back. That is a big, big deal. He's also going to be up to the Imperial Age right now. He has got the resources to do that. He should be... Oh, wait. Yeah, Viper going up to Imp. Should be doing that. Getting caught out by Viper's crossbows, alerting him to the fact that Yellow's coming in with these crossbows here. But I don't know if Yellow's going to be able to do that much damage. Viper has got some archery ranges. He's throwing down a couple more. Going to be able to pump out some crossbows to defend with. And Yellow, on the other hand, well, he's got 3 archery ranges at the south tip. He's put a siege workshop up, so perhaps we'll see a mangonel coming out as well. But the problem here for Yellow is that he has just lost the water once again. Viper has retaken it, and he is also about 40%, well, 40% of the way up to the Imperial Age. If Yellow does enough damage with these crossbows, it could work out for him. But judging by the fact that Viper's responding to this so quickly, I don't know if he's going to or not. More crossbows coming in from him, and yeah, Yellow is probably going to get cleaned up pretty quickly. Although saying that, another wave coming in. He might find some more villagers to kill. Villagers also coming in from yellow here. Another siege workshop going up. Mangonel being produced. But Viper has got a lot of resources in the bank, a lot of gold, a lot of wood, can continue to pump out those crossbows. Lacking a little bit of food though. He is actually very low on food here. Not going to be able to afford those upgrades as soon as he reaches the Imperial Age. Certainly not going to afford Arbalest. He's going to be struggling to afford Bracer, let alone Chemistry and Galleon. So, you know, his food income at the moment pretty abysmal. And that is a big deal. Coming up with that extra siege workshop at the front. More crossbows coming out from yellow here. He is going to be going up to the Imperial Age as well. But Viper now up to him. Where the upgrade's at. Arbalest straight away. Okay, so he's going for Arbalest. He realizes the importance of defending this. Throwing up those houses there to help defend with against the mangonels of yellow. I'm just wondering if he can actually get the numbers. Or if yellow can get the numbers he needs. It looks fairly close in terms of crossbows. Yellow losing the rest of his docks. And his fishing ships as well, but I don't know. Is this going to work out for him? The Viper now going to be going for Bracer any second. Yeah, there we go. Bracer coming in. That's going to help his galleys to defend his base. And I don't know. Arbalest is done. Bracer is very nearly done. And it's going to make it very difficult for yellow to defend against this. Especially with the war galleys on the water as well. Mangonel for the Viper going to be able to deal with that battering ram also. It's going to get flattened. And I don't know. Yellow's lost the water. If he loses this forward, he might not be able to retake the water at all. But he is going to try. Docks going down on the left side of his island. Galleon careening straight away. Getting those war galley production back in action. He's got a lot of gold, a lot of wood in the bank. And maybe he'll just give up with this forward. Viper building spending a lot of resources on the Arbalest there. Quite a bit on the siege as well. And he hasn't actually upgraded to Galleon yet. Let's see if that is in the works. No, but he is continuing to add in the war galleys. So Galleon should be coming up very shortly for him. But yeah, he's scattered out these docks on the left-hand side. Viper needs to react quickly though, because yellow will quickly regain numbers. Galleon's done. Bracer's done. Careening also for the +1 ship armor, and University, no, there is no chemistry yet. I was kind of hoping to be on a roll there, but no, he's not doing chemistry yet. Not enough food, but he will do chemistry very soon, I am sure. And yellow may just take the water back. I don't know. It's very, very back and forth on the water. It's been very interesting to see that. Viper, however, he is in a good position, you've got to admit. Slightly further ahead in population, but I don't know, maybe he's overcommitting to this land army a bit. Quite a few Arbalests are out. Should be able to make pretty short work of these crossbows. And I'm pretty sure yellow won't be upgrading them, no. He's not. He's just going with crossbows now. No Arbalest at all. But that's not so much of a big deal. I mean, they only get 5 extra HP and an extra 1 attack. But Viper just has the numbers that he needs here. And yellow's going to get cleaned up pretty quickly. But he is starting to retake the water again. Viper with Galleon finally done. But yellow still has the upgrade advantage. University chemistry is on 65%, 90% for the Viper. But it is still going to be pretty close on the water. I don't know. Viper, though, with so many docks in the north, maybe actually I take that back. Viper's got so many docks here. He's got so much wood and gold. I think he's going to be able to outproduce yellow quite easily, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay, so chemistry done for both of them. Careening still missing for the Viper here. But he has so many docks. He's got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 docks in the north of his island. That is enough, I feel, to do the damage he needs to do, to get the numbers he needs to take this back. He's also got these galleys, or galleons, around the back here. So, able to secure that water, and interestingly enough, yellow's starting to add in demolition ships now, so not sure what he's aiming to do with that. I really don't feel like this is going to pay off too well for yellow. Viper's got a landing in the north as well. Some archery ranges, skirmishers coming out, interestingly enough. Really saving on that gold there for the ships. Castle in the north as well. Going to be making trebs to deal with yellow here. Viper's taking the water back in quite a big way. Should be able to deal with the landing on his own island very soon as well. I hear the relic being collected up right there. And I just feel that yellow is in a tough spot right now. A very tough spot indeed. This castle going to go up. Viper probably going to make a treb out of here pretty quickly to deal with the castle of yellow. But it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, a treb here, it would work in taking out the castle, but the rams from yellow could actually take the treb out pretty quickly. So he's going to add in more archery ranges back here for now. Cleaning up this landing on his own island pretty easily. Capped ram of his own as well, just to deal with the stone walls there. And maybe adding in a siege workshop of his own would be a better idea. Perhaps it would be. Trebuchet out for yellow. I'm going to start dealing damage to this tower right here. And I think I heard a cannon galleon then. But I'm not yet. There we go. Viper's got cannon galleons in his navy. So this castle is not going to stay up for too long, as cannon galleons are going to start battering it from the shore. Massive losses on the water for both of them here at the south of the map. Viper really just wants to secure the rest of his island for now, but these cannon galleons mixed in should be able to deal with the castle pretty easily. Viper's castle sitting high and mighty on this hill for now, defending that pretty easily against those castles for trebs for the time being. As cannon galleons are going to really start pummeling yellow on the water. The thing is right here, does Viper have the numbers? He needs to protect the cannon galleons. He needs to win the water so that the cannon galleons can really come into effect. And I think he really needs to get these galleons involved at the south. Let's see, he's not engaging with his entire army, and I feel that's a big mistake. He needs to get all of his units involved here to take yellow down. Pretty close on this castle war in the north. Yellow's army so bunched up. It's actually quite mad how bunched up that army is right there. A lot of galleons in that very tiny space. Hard to see as well for the Viper. Looks like he may just have the numbers. It is hard to tell, but getting distracted by that ram, that's really bad for him. Finally bringing in this army at the bottom to help out, but he's lost a lot in the north here. He's lost a hell of a lot in the north. Was that ram going to take a long time to take the ships down? Castle could go down for yellow here. Viper reinforcing as well with his 13 docks. Maybe he's going to take it back. Yep. Yellow going to have to retreat. And Viper's going to bring the rest of these galleys in now to just deal with the retreating units by the looks of things. Yellow going to go for a quick snipe on the elite cannon galleons. They're going to go down, I think. I think one more. It should go down. The castle probably will stay then for yellow for now. Man, that was so close. But Viper, with that elite cannon galleon upgrade, really going to be doing a lot of damage from the water if he wins the water. And it looks right now like he totally has. Really has the numbers he needs here. Really does. Dealing with the rest of Yellow's navy. And Yellow right now down to 132 population. The Viper on 189. And we have a little bit of a freeze/pause. Yeah, a little bit of a pause here. It might be Yellow, it might be the Viper, who knows. But either way, what an interesting game. The Viper, though, has secured the rest of his island. He's continuing to take this gold here. And I just feel like the cannon galleon upgrade from him is going to be so crucial. The elite cannon galleons now being pumped out from these docks on the front. And Yellow has spent so many resources keeping that castle alive, but he has lost the water now. Or at least for the time being. The Viper does have a lot more galleons on the water, and if he continues to hold the water, the cannon galleons that he has is going to be more than enough to do the damage, even adding in some berserks for good measure. I don't know if that was accidental. But a berserk standing right there on that hill. So I'm just feeling now that it's a ticking time bomb for Yellow at this stage. I don't see how he's going to get the numbers back on the water. I certainly don't see how he's going to defend from the cannon galleons that are pummeling his castle here. Doing a huge amount of damage. And he's also not able to push into this castle at the moment either, which is a really big deal. Stable's going up for the Viper finally. Going to go for light cavalry here. And that is exactly what he needs to break yellow here as well. Adding in light cavalry, going to be a great decision for him. No stables up just yet, so he's lacking the upgrades. But castle going to go down. And the cannon galleon's going to have free reign over yellow's base. I think right now is probably the time for yellow to say GG. The Viper is a good 50% in the lead in terms of score. He's got an army advantage in the north of the map. He's got the army advantage on the water. And yellow just seems to be falling to pieces at this stage. The cannon galleons as well. Just going to be doing so much damage. And without the water control, the cannon galleons they're the end game, really. Light cavalry from the Viper right now as well for good measure. And once they start running in there and raiding, yellow just cannot defend against that. He has no barracks or anything. But, you know, he's a fighter, I suppose we could say. He really does like to stay in there and fight it out. The Viper are going to have to restart making some of these galleons, I think, as yellow regaining a few numbers on the water, but still Viper 180 population, yellow on 129, and he's also starting to do a lot of damage to the remainder of yellow's economy. He can't keep this up forever. He cannot keep it up forever. Viper has a good foothold here in the north. Light cavalry now going to start coming in, and this foothold is something that yellow can't get rid of, and yellow does not have a foothold in the Viper's base. So that's going to mean that even if the Viper loses the water now, even if he loses it, he will probably be able to push yellow right back. And that is the reality of the situation. TC is going down, yellow adding in those archery ranges for good measure, but the light cavalry are only just going to get faster and faster, or the production of them only going to get faster and faster now. They are coming in, going to deal with those cap rams, not a problem at all, getting those taken down, and I think here is where yellow is going to struggle. Viper's going to remain on the water though, and actually, you know, I do take that back about the water. Of course, Viper would lose quite a lot if yellow did take the water. He could have the same treatment done to him. Galleys around here would take out this TC and do a lot of damage to his wood, but there's the Viper at population now. What I guess I was trying to say is that it's kind of too late for yellow. Even if he takes the water back, it's kind of too late. Viper's already destroying the remainder of his base, and there's the GG. There we have it. Viper takes game number 3, and these have been some pretty long games so far, I've got to say. But yeah, well played. It was a very cool game. It was pretty back and forth on the water. I mean, it was Vipers, it was Yellows, it was Vipers, it was Yellows, and then finally it was Vipers again, winning it back just long enough to take out that castle with the cannon galleons and push in with the rest of his army. But yeah, very well played indeed by both of them. Nice landing attempts by Yellow, but Viper once again proving to just be a little bit too strong. So we're going to come out, go to game number 4 in just a moment's time.